Hey guys, so one of the best ways you can learn programming, or rather just say the UI programming or HTML and CSS, is by copying designs. And the best place to do that is Dribble. So I'll just go to Dribble and we'll search something today and maybe try to copy it. So let's do a concept like Glassmorphism. So I'll just search here. We'll just find one card and then we create it using HTML and CSS.
10 years later.
I finally found out this card. So this is what we'll be copying. So I'll just save it and then we'll just get started. I have already created I can say a React Vite application here. We have the result here. We have the browser here. We have VS Code here. Of course, I use VS Code here. So we'll just get started. So the best way to think of this is we have a background, then a foreground, and then we have some circles here and there, and then the card is on top of everything. So we'll need 3 circles, of course. Here they are. And those will be in the background, so I'll just create a div here. We also need dot foreground. This one will hold the card, and here we'll have dot rectangle. So this is the one that will have the effect, the glass effect. I've created the background and I've added the rectangle in front of it. So we need to round it a bit. So add some border radius. Don't add LG. I think that's good. That's not good. So something like 2XL. And you need to know Tailwind maybe to follow along if you want to. So the trick that makes the glass effect there is the backdrop filter. So backdrop filter should be blur, and we can do something like LG so to test out what will happen. I think this is pretty good. So maybe I can reduce the amount of opacity that we have on the background, something like 10. Not good. So 2. I think that's pretty good. So now we need to add the borders. As you can see here, we have some gradient borders. I have Tailwind here, and I have Daisy UI, of course. So, and for the background, I have used just the gray 950 shade. And let's get started. Okay, so let's start the styling. You realize that this is the background, so we'll just have the class name and add relative here so that we can be able to position the circles anywhere. So for the first circle, it will be on the top left. And what we can do here is we can give it the width, let's say something like, and the same height, 56. So we have to round it up, so it's rounded full. That's good. So you can see here we have something, but it's not what we want. That's because here I've added a background, right? That should not be there. So this circle should have a background, so we can do the blue. So here we have the first circle, but it should be way bigger than this. So maybe we can double this, something like 96. I think 96 is the maximum that Tailwind offers. Here we are. So its position should be absolute, and we should just throw it outside the screen a bit. So something like left. Okay, we should start with negative left. Let's do something like 8 and see where that takes us. Okay, that's not quite there. We can do 200 pixels. That's good. And also negative top, something like 180 pixels. I think that's good. So here we are. So let's do just 150 and maybe 130. Yes, this is a bit good. It's not exactly the same, but that's it. So we'll do the other two circles just like this. Finally, after styling everything, this is what we have.